I'm feeding her over the plate, and I got most of this can in here too. So I got 1.5, 3/4 of a can. So she's got over 200 calories today so far. I'm gonna take her outside right now with the high calorie cat paste. Okay, so she's out again. I gave her a full pack of liposomal vitamin C. I probably only got half the pack in there, but I gave her a full pack this morning. Probably only got half the pack inside of her, but that gives her a full pack. Plus, it's all rubbed around her mouth and on her tongue. Did put some of the carbon C60 with olive oil in the food when I was giving it to her. It made a nice, a better mushy consistency to get in her tummy. Not all the time as I put some drops in it. Then I did give her the CBD oil. So she has, right now she has good 200 calories today, and the day's not over yet. So that's the first time she's had a couple hundred calories in a day in I don't know how long. So yeah, she's been hiding under the bed, but I get her out. But I let her sleep for probably 8-9 hours, and she was sleeping all last night. I got her out this morning. So like I said, I'm going to do the cat food, the kitty food, the kitten food. It's high calorie, high protein. It's like nutrient dense for kittens. Probably just as good as the recovery food. It's Fancy Feast, and there's another one. I don't know. It's about the best stuff in a can. I mean, it's maybe something better, but it's one of the best ones. And I got some more of the recovery, but since she started liking this kitten food, I started sticking with that. I'm going to say something about this spooky tooth rife. I was looking up that when you're healing something or knocking out something, there could be inflammation in the area where you kill the microbes. So her tongue getting bigger size tumor, is Onyx, might actually be that the cancer wasn't growing, it was being destroyed, and it was their body's reaction to the inflammation. Inflammation was being occurred due to the dead cancer that was being destroyed by the rife machine. It could be. I mean, I don't understand why that tech wouldn't work. Now, if you look this up under Google, they'll tell you that it's very easy to see what the powers don't like, because the powers own Google now. It's like it started out as a search engine, now it's a engine of influence and propaganda. Most of the top results will tell you that it's unproven technology and stuff. And I says, I don't know. In the 1930s, they didn't just use it on 16 patients. They used it on hundreds of mice and rats, and they cured them. But the thing is, they weren't curing whole tumors with this technology, the rife machine. They were growing it. They would inject the mice or the rat with a cancer, grow the tumor, remove the tumor surgically. She's peeing again. That's good. And then they would get the remaining cancer with the beam ray, the frequency, right? So I don't know. I mean, knocking out a whole tumor with a rife machine, I don't know. Thing is, it could have been, I don't know. She doesn't seem to feel too bad. She seems stronger. There's a slight drizzle coming out here, so I'll probably have to bring her in. I was thinking of putting her out, after it rains or something. The grass is a little wet, so she can eat the grass and get moisture. And she's got that kitty cat fountain in the bathroom. I'm not sure if she used it. I didn't see her use it, but somebody was using it because the water went down. So I put in that kitty cat fountain, I put regular tap well water. It's not really tap water. Well water and colloidal silver water, and a few drops of Lugol's iodine and ice cubes. So I topped it off a couple hours ago with ice cubes and colloidal silver. I don't know. She might actually pull through 100%. I don't know. And actually, if you look back here, that was the good side. This is the bad side. See the fur coming back in? See that? That was like bald over here. I mean, maybe I don't know how it picks it up in the camera, but you can see the fur coming back in from this angle. See it? I'm going to try to wash her off with some with a washcloth with very slight amount of Dawn dish detergent, just to try to, maybe I won't do too much of that, maybe just a little bit. I wiped her mouth off with the, got to do it better though, maybe, I did several times with the a washcloth. I was in a rush to get her out here too, but I did clean her mouth off a couple times after she ate. But I could tell exactly what I get into her, because when if I'm feeding her and it's falling out of her, some of it's falling out of her mouth, it's going into that plate, the kitchen plate, and so I put it back in her mouth. And like the carbon C60 olive oil, a couple drops of that in the food actually makes the food a little more pasty, and a little, it sticks together a little bit better, and it's a little, it's, I don't know if you could say runny, but it's easier to get down. I think it feels better on our tongue. So I think the I tell you the truth, I think that carbon C60 really is good shit. It's nothing but carbon, and it's known to remove toxins. And one of the things you might be having a problem with is if the cancer is really getting knocked out a lot, the toxins need to be removed. So two approaches: the carbon C60 to remove their toxins, and the liposomal vitamin C, Live On Labs vitamin C, to make the toxins inert. And then the Live On Labs vitamin C is supposed to boost the collagen. The more collagen you have, the better the cells stick together. It makes it tougher for cancer to spread. But sometimes the vitamin C actually does work directly against the cancer. Some cancers. And if you look this up on Google, they'll, I don't know. You know, I'm a little leery about what videos you can put out at all in the future, because, you know, it's like I said, they're, you know, some of this, the stuff with the vitamin C, well, it actually goes back before Dr. William Frederick Kleiner. He was using the IV vitamin C back in the 1940s, and I can't remember the guy's name. It's like Zavorsky or something was the one that found vitamin C. He knew about it, even had some theories that it can help cure polio. Of course, FDR didn't know about it. He didn't get told about it, and he died from the effects of polio. I mean, the most, you know, it's like you hide these things, and it comes right square back on the people that are playing the games too. Like Steve Jobs, you know, he died of cancer, or maybe HIV and cancer. I'm not sure. From you know, Apple. It comes right back on these people that are stopping. Well, I don't know if Steve Jobs was stopping this stuff, but you know what I mean. It comes back on people in different ways. So, what are you doing looking outside the fence? You got a big thing here. You got all this here. You go all the way down here. I didn't mow the grass in here, so you could just play. You got a cat thing here. A couple lemon trees. You stand here in the corner like you're stuck. Anyway. But you know, another example of, you know, they didn't, well, before they knew about vitamin C, they discovered that eating lemons and limes and oranges could stop scurvy aboard the naval ships. And the doctors, they didn't know about vitamin C, but they knew eating lemons, limes, and oranges would prevent scurvy aboard the naval ships. It took the British Navy well over 100 years, I think it was 112 years, before they adopted the policy to have the sailors eat limes and lemons, and they would suffer like tremendously high death and casualty rates aboard the ships. This was like for generations. This is how the establishment doesn't even listen, even when it's in their own best interest. Another example is, you know, a friend of mine calls Microsoft Microsauce, but he says Microsauce got the mouse really cheap, you know, when they had like Windows 3.1 or 286, whatever it was, you know, with the 286s and stuff. Right after the DOS system, they had Windows. I think it was Macintosh, Apple or something, developed a mouse, and they went to sell it to Hewlett Packard. I believe the story's correct. The executives at Hewlett Packard's like, who the hell would buy that stupid thing? Oh, you can move the pointer around the screen. That's dumb. Well, you know, so I think Gates got it cheap or something, and you know, that enabled them to get it cheap. And somehow there's some angle to that. I'm not exactly stating the story right, but You know, sometimes these guys on the top, they're not necessarily that smart. They're vicious. They're smart, but they're smart, not smart in everything. A lot of times a new idea comes out and they ignore it. I think it's bullshit until, oh, wait a minute, it's making money. People like it. Then they're like, give me it. I want everything you did. You know? There she goes. Are you licking your paw? So, zoom her in a little bit. You a little bit more happy? Huh? Princess? You know, I was changing the oil on that little 4x4 over there that went on the other side of the boat. I had to take it up to Dixie Defenders tomorrow, and I wanted to do more work, and I was like thinking, shit, I got enough time. I feel a couple I was thinking the rain is starting. Well, as soon as it starts, I'll get her in. I should have brought the red light out here and let her play with that thing, but yeah, the last two videos I didn't show her because she was sleeping. I had to actually dig her out from underneath the bed for this. But once I got her out and I put the CBD oil in her mouth, I started putting the food in her mouth, her tail's wagging. She's all happy. What are you doing? She's all happy. I mean, you know, it's like getting somebody out of bed. You know, I don't want to get out of bed. I'm sick. But she's not. She's getting better, at least. I think she is. I couldn't, you know, so I did a 3/4 of a can, or more than half, 2/3 of a can, about a can and a half. So they're 95 calories a can. So 2 1/3 cans is definitely over 200 calories. Her daily intake is supposed to be about 200 calories on with normal probably with slow activity, probably not even that high, but she needs to get probably. I'll give her some more though later. You feel better being out here, booby? Not doing too much, are you? Just gonna walk around, chase a lizard or some shit. You're just sniffing. I've yet to see her use the cat water fountain. She might have been using it. I wasn't here yesterday. I was here yesterday most of the day, but for 8-9 hours I wasn't. 8 to 8.5 hours I wasn't. So she could have been using it during that time. And it's starting to rain, so I'm going to bring her in. Bring meow meow. Give you a little cat piece while I'm bringing you in too. Girl had, you see the plates clean? She had another can of kitten food. She had the rest of that can, so there's 2.5 cans of kitten food. And that was about 3/4 full, 2/3 full. So of recovery, 2/3 of a can, say. 195 calories, so maybe 60, maybe 130 calories there, or say 120, plus 2.5 cans, 240. Well, she had about 350 calories today. She requires about 200. I'll feed her again, and plus she got some cat paste. She lays on top of the bed for a while. God, arm got tired holding her. So, boy, that's the most food she had in a single day, in a week or 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. When the hell she started? What is it, like the 26th today? The problem when her first showed up on August 3rd. By the 15th, she wasn't eating hardly anything. So, yeah, that's the most food she had in a single day, and in 2 weeks. Even though I had a hand feed her, it went a lot faster. She was really eating pretty good. And I know I got, you know, the only part that I didn't get in her mouth that wasn't on the plate, you know, like you saw the plate was pretty much clean, the cans were emptied out. There was 2.5 cans of kitten food, 95 calories a can. So 190 calories plus 45, 235 calories there. And then say 2/3 of the other can of the other thing, so maybe 135 calories and 235, that's 370. And maybe, you know, maybe 50 calories was washed off my hand or off her face. So either way, it's definitely over 300 calories. You know, that'd be 320 calories. I'd say whatever, between 3 and 350 she got today so far, plus the cat paste. So that's not bad. That's, if she was eating that much, she'd get fat if she kept going that way, but she needs them right now. So and again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on YouTube and Google, and well, I already can tell. If you Google Rife machines, maybe that Spooky did work. That's a Spooky device over there, the Rife machine with the plasma bulb. Maybe it did have a lot of effect. Maybe she was showing a reaction on her tongue, swelling up because the microbes were being killed. What was causing the infection? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, I'm not saying it is that way for sure. It could be, if it's going down, it could be the liposomal vitamin C, the CBD oil, or the fullerene's carbon C60 and olive oil. One of those things could be bringing it down too. Maybe even the recovery cat food, which is very high in nutrition. I don't know. I think her tongue tumor is not as bad as it was last week, because I just, she could take in a lot more food, even though I'm hand feeding her. God, if I was hand feeding her this much, she would have never lost a freaking ounce or a gram. I just couldn't do it. I was doing everything. So the hand feeding is going a lot better. And again, you can see, see her fur? See her fur? That was the side. Yeah, that was the side. I think. No, wait a minute. It was this side. This side. Both sides. Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna come back in. Now, I'm glad I put the oils on her too, because the CBD oil, the vitamin C, and all that. There was like a creeping crud going this way. Like this was expanding, and there's a little bit of discoloration there, but there was like major discoloration, and I made it looked a little orange. In the camera with the LED bulb lighting it up, it's not exactly the way it looks, but the thing is, if I compared her from today to last week, not even 5 days ago, say from Wednesday, so you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days ago, there was a big difference. So, and maybe you figure from August 3rd to August 15th, I mean, it took her like 12 days to go down. Like the first sign to being down really bad took like 12 days. So who knows, in another 7 days, maybe she'll rebound a lot too. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but feeding her this much means she's got all that great nutrition in her too. Besides, and like the Live on Labs liposomal vitamin C packets, I probably only got a packet in her mouth, even though I used 2 packets, and I put them in the freezer so they're nice and cool. They feel nice and cool on her lips. She likes that on her tongue. And but even if I got 1 packet in her, she's a 9-pound cat. That's like 10 packets in a 90-pound person, or 20 packets in a 180-pound person. That's a heavy-duty amount of vitamin C. And vitamin C does sometimes work against cancer directly. That depends. Depends on what cancer it is. But either way, it's going to help. It's going to help her body repair, and also help with repair the damage from the tumor. Say the cancer is going away, like the Rife machine worked, or the CBD oil worked, or the carbon C60 worked, or the Live on Labs with vitamin C worked. Well, you still got to get rid of the damage. You got to still repair the damaged tissue. That might be the issue. I don't know, but right now she's definitely not in any danger of dying of starvation or anything, or lack of hydration. Definitely not. And she sleeps well. And the CBD oil, if it's not some people say it's anti-cancerous, the good quality stuff. I got the very strong, high-strength one. Say it's not anti-cancerous. It is helpful with pain management a lot. She does seem to sleep nice, like she'll be curled up. She's just, she's sleeping a lot, but it's not like she's, I don't know, right? Mm-hmm. She's sleeping like she's, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I think the CBD oil does cut down on pain. I tried a few things on myself, a couple of issues I had with insect bites and stuff, and it did cut down the pain almost to nothing. I forgot about the insect bites, and I was surprised how well it worked. So it definitely helps with pain. I don't know if it's going to get rid of all the pain or what the hell pain she's feeling. She can't tell me. You know, cats hide pain a lot, but the CBD oil is definitely lessening that. And I think even the Live on Labs vitamin C, it's getting right on her tongue. If there's inflammation there or whatever's going on there, it should be helping her a great deal. So she's in one of her favorite spots. Yeah, don't go under the bed, boo-boo. Yeah, she likes that canvas thing. You're my sweetie pie, huh? Right? Yeah, huh? You my sweetie pie? Yeah. You might be okay. You never know. You never know, man. Just that we're going to have to keep after you with all these vitamins and stuff. And herbs and whatever else. We have to keep after you. Give you the mushroom of immortality, too. Maybe you'll find out about that. Red reishi root, right? A tiny bit of that in your food. Just a little bit. We'll find out. I think it's safe for cats, too. I know what vitamin C is, for sure. God. The CBD oil. Right, Snooky? She's a good girl, man. Right? You feel happy now? Meow meow, huh? Meow? Yeah, huh? Yeah. Right, Snooky girl? Uh-huh. You my baby, huh? Right? Anyway. So, onward and forward.